for this year is recovering better for an equitable and sustainable world. The pandemic and lockdowns that we have experienced since last year can be described as the Great Pause, a tiny, invisible virus had halted the frantic pace of so-called normal living. And as we stopped, we were forced to reflect. What is the quality of my living, the quality of my mind, and most importantly, the quality of my heart? These are significant reflections because we all want a world of peace, and we do know that peace begins with ourselves. I have to live with peace in order to create peace. So as we take this time to honor International Day of Peace, we are encouraging, inspiring, promoting, and personally committing to a daily practice of pausing for peace. When we pause, we give ourselves an opportunity to reset our inner compass, to choose our responses and make a difference to the next moment. This evening offers a variety of methods and ways to integrate a moment to pause for peace as an act to take care of the self. We will explore this through art, poetry, music, reflections, and meditations. For each of us to contribute to a world of peace begins when we start living in peace. And the first step in living in peace and creating a world of peace is to start creating that world of peace in my own mind. As the legendary John Lennon invited us decades ago, imagine a world of peace. I would like to invite you this evening to reflect on a question. So let's just take the few minutes for the next little while and just reflect on that. If I had one wish, what would that be for myself, my loved ones, and the world? So take a moment now and imagine that wish, not just as a wish, but imagine that wish as a reality. Always remember, change, transformation, it all begins with one powerful wish, one powerful thought. So I invite you, if I had one wish, what would that be for myself, my loved ones, and for the world? Om Shanti. Pause for peace, a moment to take care of yourself. Every day, I take a moment to pause and look closely at my life. I observe with the intention of being able to start each day with deep appreciation and sincere thanks. I count each of my personal qualities and the lessons I have learned. I remember the people who are of value and great significance in my life. I appreciate the opportunities that I have had. I reconnect with the infinite beauty that exists in the simplicity of nature, light, air, water. I bow within myself deeply and allow my heart to be filled with gratitude.
Good day, everyone. Today I will be sharing my work of art with you. I will also be explaining the meaning behind it. This is my work of art. It was evening. The rays of the sun were soft, dim and warm. The moon was full of bountiful beauty, and the rays of the moon shone silently through the white clouds. I was outside in the garden, and this majestic atmosphere inspired me to capture this aura on canvas. The natural elements of water, light, and air help to create a peaceful atmosphere. The full moon, with its majestic and outstanding powers of peace, shines lightly above the gentle waves, like shining dewdrops on a velvety rose. The gentle touch of the waves invite peace and bliss. Beauty lies within the eyes of the beholder. Similarly, one had to be peaceful within to capture the peace and beauty of nature and the natural elements. The use of soft colors easily conveys a loving and warm atmosphere. The light of the moon can be compared to faith. Faith is like a small lamp in a dark forest. This lamp does not show everything at once, but gives enough light for the next step to be safe. It is the instrument to guide the entire world from darkness to light. Peace is our natural virtue, and we need to nurture and awaken the peace that is within us. Om Shanti. We will only see the light when we learn to rise above the turbulence in our daily lives. Thank you for listening to me explaining my work of art that is inspired by peace and the natural elements.
What is life? A gift of peace. Life. Accept it. This peaceful life is an opportunity, and I took it. It is an adventure. Brave it. Peace consists of positive thoughts, pure feelings, and good wishes. Peace begins with each one of us. It's a promise. We have to fulfill it. It is a challenge. We have to meet it. That is my commitment to me. The determination in my heart that no matter what happens or what I have to tolerate, I become
the embodiment of solutions. I am peaceful. Peace is being quiet inside. Peace is a calm and relaxed state of mind. Peace consists of positive thoughts and feelings and good wishes. It's a struggle. I fight it. Peace is a journey. I enjoy it. Peace begins with me. Through quiet and serious reflections on its meaning, new and creative ways can be found to foster understanding, friendships, and most important, cooperation amongst people. I know I'm a being of peace, just energy, a light that is beyond this body. Life is a mystery. It unfolds. I am peace. I radiate peace. Peace, peace, peace.
Om Shanti. Greetings from South Africa. Om Dhyao. Shanti Antariksha. Shanti Prithvi. Shanti Rapa. Shanti Roshadaya Shanti. Vanaspataya Shanti Vishwedeva. Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvam Shanti Shanti Reva Shanti Sama Shanti Redi Om Dhyau Shanti Antariksha Om Shanti Prithvi Shanti Rapa Shanti Roshadaya Shanti Vanaspataya Shanti Vishwedeva Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvam Shanti Shanti Reva Shanti Sama Shanti Redi Om Shanti 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 Salam Salam Shalom Salam Satnam Shalom Salam Namaste Hari Om Om Shanti Om Shanti Allahumma anta salam ومنك السلام وإليك يعود السلام فحينا ربنا بالسلام. Om Shanti.
Peace. Peace? What is this thing called peace? Where does it live? Peace lives in our relationships. Peace does not live in a vacuum. Peace is a person with 1,000 arms to embrace all life. Peace is love for all. Peace is joy in the heart that says, I am because you are. Peace is a fragrance shared with all, without question, without pity. Peace is truth, acknowledgement, purity of vision, self-respect, and support for all. Peace is divinity. Om Shanti, Salam, Shalom, Khozo are not greetings of peace. They are us. Rather be silent if without peace. For peace is the song of oneness. Peace is both the music and the dance. The two cannot be separated. Peace is the pivot. The universe spins. Om Shanti, Salam, Khozo, Shalom are greetings of peace. Peace is forever the breath you take. Breathe in peace. Breathe out peace. Om Shanti, Salam, Khozo, Shalom.
Good day to all. This musical rendition is called Berceus. It was composed by Friedrich Bergmüller, a German composer. It was written during the Romantic era of 1806 to 1874. William Shakespeare mentioned that, if music be the food of love, then play on. Music and love both have outstanding potential to create a peaceful atmosphere. Both music and love have no language and no cultural barriers. They intertwine melodiously to create an ambience of peace and bliss. The notes on the piano are the key foundation around which the instruments complement each other in a symphony, thus creating a peace and harmony which filters throughout the atmosphere. I have chosen this piece because it epitomizes the powerful energy and spiritual enlightenment of the power of peace. Thank you.
My days and my weeks, my months and my years have passed in contentment, harmony, happiness, and peace, with never any reason for tears. Every morning I woke up to a happy new start, knowing that my life is pretty much sorted down to a fine art. But one day, out of the blue, something has happened. But how can that be true? Gone has my peace and my happiness too. I have reconnected with someone I trusted a lot, not knowing that behind this reunion was the plan of a sinister plot. It hurts a lot to discover that only lies, cheating, and stealing is the price of my much-needed help with loving feeling. The approach of a kind and peaceful confrontation has proved to be a useless operation. My heart got filled with so much pain and sorrow, with sleepless nights and troubled days. I lost all my peace in every ways. With tears in my eyes, I looked at my four-legged friends, who have always been worthy of trust, and their whole life was a life of giving and love. With a heart as heavy as a mountain, I started to remember my only true friend. I sat in silence in the presence of God, and my words to him started to flow like a fountain. Then my mind got the message. Stop, my child, and think for a while. Have your own actions always been true and kind? Life after life, in every moment you create your own creation, and some can lead to very unpleasant situations. You don't need to know what you created with that soul, but you're getting a chance to come clean, and it is now on you to change that scene. Your account with that soul is now due to pay, and there is nothing you can change, but only one thing you can say. I suddenly knew what it is. Then I went and did my absolute best with ease. I am sorry. I am sorry for what I once did to you. I don't know when I did you wrong, but it's now my time to come true. Forgive me, my friend, and let us both create a new beginning rather than an angry end. It was not easy to swallow my pride, but the message was sent, and it felt so right. At the end of that day, I went back to my great teacher and my best friend. Thank you, dear God, for showing me the way. There is only one way for peace to return. It's when I allow my ego to burn. I have learned a big lesson in my life and realize that the world is not working for any of us, but the world only reacts and responds to us. Om Shanti.
Pause for peace, a moment to take care of yourself. I become aware of the thoughts in my mind, and in this moment, I choose to only focus on that which will support and that which will allow me to come to that place of quiet stillness. And so I create one thought in my mind that at the core of my being, I am peace. And as I hold this thought, this pure energy in my mind, in my awareness, I allow it to take root within my consciousness. At the core of my being, I am peace. I feel the rest and comfort this moment brings.
Om Shanti, greeting of peace to all of you, and special blessing to you all. We all aware that the world of today peaceless. The real peace of mind has become in pieces. And now it is our duty, because this is our world, that we have to establish peace on this earth. So each one of us have to take a responsibility that I will practice pose for peace. From morning to night, every hour, as much possible, maybe 1 minute, I will pose for peace, and in that, I will try to remember that I'm a controller of this body, I'm a soul, a tiny point of divine light and might, and I'm child of God. Let me connect my mind with the Supreme Father. Supreme Father is also a divine light and might, like a twinkling star. But the Supreme Father of us all stay beyond the sun, moon, star, sky, up above in the soul world. And that is a world of peace. So we don't need to look peace, or we don't need to go and buy peace anywhere. We can just pull with the thread of love the peace from our Father, and we accumulate the power of peace as much within the self. And we can able to spread the vibration of peace within the self, around us, within the house, within the neighbor's area, within the city, within the country, and at last, peace to the world. So, my blessing to you all, that from today, take a powerful thought that every day, every hour, you will take out a little time for pause, for peace. Go within and experience the real peace of mind. Connect yourself with the Father. Experience the peace. I'm a peaceful soul. I'm a child of peaceful Father. Our Father is ocean of peace. Let me swim in ocean. Let me fill myself with the real peace of mind. Good luck to you all in your life. Now establish the real peace. Stay with peace. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti.
My wings were damaged by the storms of life, and my spirit sank rock bottom. autumn. But one day, the sun shone so fiercely upon me, almost burning me to ashes. It was in this moment a spark of powerful light traveled through the wheels of life in my broken body and ignited in me an energy that healed my battered body and spirit. This calm and peace began to fill my spirit with hope and determination that no matter what the circumstances are, sit on your throne of peace, and stay connected to Source. In this way, you will radiate boundless love and peace and attract divine abundance, sending you all loving, peaceful energy to feel centered and in balance. May you have a life of harmony and serenity, which makes your heart constantly smile through life's journey.
Take a moment and pause for peace is a powerful project and initiative to support each one of us to make peace a reality in our lives. When we look at the world around us, there seems to be a lot of things that are causing negativity, agitation, peacelessness, and the current situation is adding to our anxiety and discomfort. It is at this time that we need to embed ourselves into a very firm foundation so that we are not influenced by that which is happening around us. And the important thing to realize is that this peace that we so seek is not something outside. This peace, in fact, is within each one of us. The intrinsic nature of each one of us as spiritual beings is peace. We call ourselves human beings, and the human element is very much the body connected to this world of the five elements, which is in constant transition, movement, chaos, disorder. But the nature of I, that spiritual being, that energy itself is a life force. And the nature of this energy is light energy, pure, transparent light. And when we pass this light through a prism, we find that it breaks up into the 7 colors of the rainbow, and each of it carries a very beautiful vibration, the qualities that are the natural nature of the soul. And of these qualities, peace is the first one. So let me use this opportunity to take time, go inside, recognize myself that I'm not this body, but a beautiful being of pure light energy, never created and will never be destroyed, cannot be touched, cannot be hurt, cannot be burnt. Yes, it can be transferred from one form to another. But becoming present in this moment, I acknowledge my form as that being of pure light energy and allow myself to radiate this energy outside. As I take on the form of being radiant being, I naturally create an aura of peace all around me. This aura of peace becomes my veil or my curtain or my protection, a buffer between me and the world of constant change and chaos. So it allows me to be in this world, not to run away or hide away, but it allows me to move around in this world with this wonderful armor of peace surrounding me. And as I move through a world that is constantly changing, I am moving from a space of consistency, of being still and quiet. So I have the power then to respond to what is happening. No matter what chaos is happening, if I have clarity, if I am calm, I am peaceful, then I'm able to respond in the way that will allow the situation to actually become of advantage to me instead of disadvantageous. So let us find stability in our true identity. Let us take this opportunity not to point fingers at why the world is peaceless or negative. Instead of asking all the questions of why, let me go and let go of all of these things and actually fly. Fly in my original stage of peace and light, and allow that peace and light to prevail around me. And so when I come into contact with anyone, they experience that peace. And as they touch that peace allows them to also bring out the peace inside of them. So I become the very catalyst to allow peace to happen. We can't really make anybody peaceful. Each one is a master of their own being. We can become examples and inspire peace. So let me start with myself. There's a very powerful thing that goes that wars begin in the minds of men, so does peace. So every thought that we create is like a tiny seed. And when that seed is planted, whatever the form of that seed is, that's what it will bear. Let me choose to sow seeds of peace. And as I sow these seeds of peace, what will grow around me is peace. But the most important thing is that I myself will be then living in an environment that is peaceful. So let us all participate in this wonderful initiative. And all it asks of us is to take little moments in our day where we pause, become still, turn inward, touch that source of peace, become that light and spread that light. And as we move around, the thoughts that we think gets transmitted into the words that we speak and follows through the actions that we perform. Even the eyes can become transmitters of peace. Let me choose to only hear things that brings peace to myself, and so even make my ears non-violent. So these are wonderful things that we can think about and make peace my project. Let me choose to do the things that will bring peace to myself. And if I am peaceful, the world around me is peaceful and everyone becomes peaceful. Om Shanti.
And good evening, everyone. It's very lovely to be with you for this special program to mark the International Day of Peace. However, we know that our aim is not just to talk about peace. There's a lot has been said about peace over the years by so many different people. We realize that if we want peace in our world, that peace is actually made up of all of us. That actually peace begins with the individual. And so what we really want to focus on is, how do I become more peaceful? Not just as an idea or as a concept, but really what is it that I can do in my life so that I can experience that personal peace. And then together we create a collective that ultimately brings a peaceful world that we all long for. And so, as with any great task, it does begin with small steps. It begins with the individual. And there are many beautiful things we can do to increase our experience of peace. I know that many of you do those things for yourself. Maybe you like to walk in nature. Maybe you like to listen to beautiful music, as we've heard this evening. Such lovely sentiments in the songs that we've heard. So all of those things will definitely help us to come back to what we refer to as the original state of the self or the soul. We always say that peace is the original quality of the soul. And why has it earned that title as being perhaps the first quality of the soul? And the reason is that when we experience this inner peace, all other qualities tend to be attracted to that energy of peace. And so that is why so much focus. But we've also heard this evening some short meditations. And it has been my experience over many years now that it is my personal commitment to meditation that has brought me back to this original quality that is an innate quality in each one of us, even surprisingly in the most peaceless of people. Underneath all of that lies this diamond of peace. And I think that's why most of us are searching for that experience, that inner experience of peace. And we can wait until the environment is peaceful or our home is quiet. We can do that. But we can also take that first step to actually be responsible for creating an atmosphere of peace. And initially that may be an atmosphere in your own home or your work environment, but ultimately that peace, just like any other vibration, it stretches out into the world. And if there's anything that our world needs at the moment, and that is this experience of a peaceful atmosphere. And why is that so important? You know, we talk a lot about love, but it's very difficult to be loving if there isn't first peace. And so if we want to spread that love into the world, we have to start with the foundation. Peace makes us feel deeply secure. And perhaps that's why we all love to experience peace. And when we're secure, it's very easy to be loving. So when we take time during our day, we can do many things for peace. But if we take some time just to be quiet with ourselves, to get to know ourselves, and that means to be able to identify how we're feeling at any given time. And we can identify the feeling, and whether it's negative or positive, we can acknowledge it. And if it's negative, let it go. We can take the positive feelings and grow them. Like any flower, it needs sunlight and water. And our meditation is very much like that. It nourishes the positivity that lies within each one of us. So now I'm going to ask you all to think about a commitment that you can make to increasing peace in your life in some way. It was mentioned earlier as well, but if you've given it some thought, please do put your commitment into the chat box, which is incognito. Nobody can see it, but put it into the chat box, because there's something magical about making a commitment and actually writing it down. It's much more likely to stay with you, and you get reminded of it during your day. So we have some time left this evening for you to do that. But before the end of this evening's program, I really encourage you to put your commitment in the chat. And if for any reason you miss that, there is also the link where you can go and still put your commitment to your own personal peace. So I wish you everything of the best with whatever you decide is going to make you a more peaceful human being, and therefore a more peaceful planet. So thank you, and enjoy the rest of the evening. Om Shanti.
Pause for peace, a moment to take care of yourself. I allow my mind to turn within. I see myself as a being of peace, energy, a light that is beyond this body. I commit to words spoken with love. One word spoken with love can soothe the sorrowful hearts of many. And together in the stillness, radiate these vibrations of peace and love to every soul throughout our world. Om Shanti.
Y'all ready? Okay.
Things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light, I am light. not the mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that caused me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. 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 I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside is all light. All light. All light. Yeah. All light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. Yeah. I am divinity defined. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light.
Give it up for the Washington Youth Choir. And Blue Miller. Thank you. Good night.
Om Shanti, and a warm thank you for joining our celebration tonight. The links to our WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook pages will be emailed to the participants of tonight's celebration. And a sincere thanks for the contributions to this evening's 40th anniversary United Nations Day of Peace. Lucinda Drayton of Bliss, Tiba Daya, Shweta Singh, Mona Maharaj, Lynn Holmes and Yusuf Khanif of Desert Rose, Tamara Crowley, Aryan Singh, Sybil Koch, Rita Makanji, Mr. Vedanti Ben from Nairobi, Vasi Ellery, Usha Jeevan, Belinda Westcott, Mona Maharaj, India Ari, and to Daniel, Bamba, Avinath Bima, and Rani Martin. Sincere thank you for tonight's co-hosting together with Vidar and myself, Hallelujah. Head in a peace, please.
Thank you all. Good night.